And a good evening from Abilene High School. Rocky Downing along with Benny Wallace and our studio engineer, Teal Drulo, as we get set to bring you a look into Clay Center Tiger Wrestling here in a dual matchup against the Abilene Cowboys. A great rivalry. It's the Cowboys' senior night, and the crowd is filled up as we've kind of gotten here and gotten ready. And you got through all the senior festivities, and you can just kind of feel now the energy turned up just a little bit, Benny.
Sure can. They introduced all of them and all the parents and all that's out of the way. And since then, the crowd's filled in, and it's going to be a tough night here at Abilene. But Clay Center has a lot of good wrestlers. We're opening a few areas and got an injury or so. So it's going to be tough, but I think that they're really looking forward to this meet.
Yeah, I would agree. The injuries you mentioned, you've got Cameron Osborne moving into a different weight class because of injuries that they've sustained. Jake Quinn is out. He would have been wrestling at 145. Cameron steps up there. Keegan Brownell, normally in the JV matches, he's stepping in at 132. They're just trying to fill in as many weight classes as they can. Then at 106 and 113, we're open. Normally, the Tigers are full at that weight class, but unable to go tonight is Cody Callahan, also with an injury. So open at 106 and 113, open at 160, and open at 285. Now, you don't have to be brilliant to understand in a dual situation, that doesn't weigh well for a team. They've still got some opportunities, but it'll be really, really tough for them to come out with a win tonight, although the individual matches should be outstanding.
And they have to do well in those for regional seeding and everything else, though. So they're really kind of hoping that they pull some good wrestling off here tonight and get some victories.
We're going to take a quick time out. The captain's meeting right now. The coin toss will have the opening match on the way next.
Crop Production Services take this opportunity to thank their customers for their continued support and for the confidence placed in them. They don't take this privilege for granted and will keep working as a team with the common purpose of providing best-in-class services to all their customers. Crop Production Services also recognize the unity of our high school and college teams, building stronger partnerships together. They all know that your support and trust is the foundation of their success. Thank you from Crop Production Services.
We are back once again in Abilene. Again, the Clay Center Tigers taking on the Cowboys. Abilene earlier in the year state ranked. They have fallen out as a team for the state ranking. Still a very, very solid squad, as we mentioned, in tournament and in dual action. In fact, how good? They just knocked off Marysville last week, the first league loss for the Bulldogs, and they won that one 44-31. So it gives you an idea. The Tigers, of course, lost to the Bulldogs earlier in a match that we called on the air. Tigers are in the state rankings now at number 6 as a team. They have 4 different wrestlers in the state rankings individually, and you can see that just kind of stair-stepping its way up the ladder. Coach Pagor said coming into the season, as a dual team, we're going to struggle because of the open weights. As a tournament team, he is even more excited now than he was to begin this year.
And why not? I mean, he's got some outstanding wrestlers in different weights and kind of all across the board. So, like I said, if he can go in there and be healthy and ready for regionals and state, he could come out really, really with a good chance to win, and he's excited about that.
Very, very much so. Of course, that's approaching real quick all of a sudden. You get to tomorrow, and you're just a couple of weeks away from regional competition getting underway. We are ready for our first match of the night. Chaz Brandhorst will go at 120 pounds. His opponent is 5th-ranked Trevor Castile, who did beat Chaz at Baser Linwood. It was a win by fall earlier this year, so these two have seen each other, and we are underway. Both wrestlers around each other, taking a shot in there. Chaz had some control of the arm. Now they're both back up to his feet. Deep double leg shot in by Castile.
Castile's deep on an ankle. He's trying to come out the back. Now he kind of lifts. He's coming around. Good job. Chaz cuts it off, and he can't quite get there. They still got the ankle strap.
He could have broke the leg free, but it had a takedown, and now instead he's battling to not give up the takedown on down. Now he's staying in pretty good position.
Yeah.
How about this move by Chaz Brandhorst right now?
There's a lot of scrambling going on. Chaz comes out on top, gets the 2-point, and he goes right into a half, power half, jumps out to the side. He's trying to crank him over. Not there. Now he's trying to lift and set. Kind of comes out of the half now and goes in behind.
Minute 5 to go in the first period. Brandhorst leads 2-0 after the takedown, and Castile was deep on Brandhorst. Chaz fought out of it. Now near the edge, they'll give an escape to Castile as they're right on the edge of the circle at 2-1.
Trevor got a hold of Castile from Abilene, got a hold of Chaz's wrist, and kind of pulled it over the top and got it right on the edge of the mat, got the escape.
And Castile is ranked 5th in the state at 120 pounds. Brandor's about lost his balance. Now trying to sprawl out as Castile was able to get an outside leg on him. Scooting toward the edge now.
Chaz probably has 3 inches or so on him, I would assume, and got a lot of length. And although Trevor Castile is also pretty long, but Chaz is a little bit taller and lengthier, so it's kind of helped him out on the deep shots so far that Castile's had. Travis has been able to work through and get away from him.
Both wrestlers near the middle, 20 seconds to go first period. It's a 12-0 scoreboard for the duel because of the 2 open weights the Tigers start with. But Brandorf does lead 2-1 in this match against Castile. 10 seconds remains, first period. Both wrestlers a little hand fighting as they are forehead to forehead near the middle of the mat. Another shot in by Castile, fought off by Brandorf. Now they had a front headlock. Now they break away and the period comes to a close.
Castile probably was winning the battle on the hand fighting there when they were for position. Got a couple more extra shots in out of it. Castile did Chaz Brandhorst did a really nice job of getting away with a couple of pretty deep shots on him. And starting the second period, Chaz takes the down position.
In fact, one of those deep shots turned into a takedown for Brandorf, so it tells you something. Now, Chaz will start from underneath here. Castile working on top.
Castile goes right to a half, and Chaz grabs the wrist and pulls it off. He's trying to come up, not there. Gets jerked back to the mat, and he's giving up back points. Very, very cheap back points because Trevor Castile did a good job of just doing a jerk back, and he got a couple of quick counts for two near fall points.
So it'll be 4-2. Chaz Brandorf for the Tigers now trailing Castile of Abilene in the second period, 1:25 to work. But the head lever in on Brandhorst as Chaz still trying to get a base back, kind of flattened out right now.
Trevor Castile's got an arm in, and he's kind of trying to wrap through and get something going here. And he's right now, Chaz Brandhorst is doing a good job of trying to get that arm back.
Now he gets his feet out from underneath. Quickly drawn back in by Castile. A minute to work, second period. Correction on the score, it's 3-2. Brandhorst down by 1, and now potentially dangerous will stop the action with 57 seconds to work second period. So Chaz only down an escape right now after the quick back points given up earlier. 3-2 is the score. Brandhorst again from underneath. Castile caught him very quickly on the last whistle start. Now we've got a caution on Chaz.
Tried to start a little too soon. Got caught, so he's going to go back in the center.
Now the whistle starts, back underway. Pulled back again by Castile. This time Brandhorst does not give up any back points. Again, you can see Castile trying to just pull those shoulders back toward him while they're on the mat. Now he's to his feet. Trying to break the hands. Scoots out, turns and faces, but can't get loose.
Did a switch and got his leg caught. Couldn't get away from it. Came really, really close. What happened? What's going on? Chaz Brandhorst is coming on a quick set out and trying to pressure back. Well, so far Trevor Castile has done a double underhook and just pulled him back to the mat, and that's how he got them 2 cheap near fall points late in that first period. And so far, right now he's riding Chaz pretty hard.
13 seconds left, and now he's giving up back points. Brandhorst tried to hit a switch again on Castile, and Castile just caught him. And now trying to turn him over with 2 seconds left with 1 second near the end of the second period. They'll give up 2 more near fall points, and Brandhorst will trail 5-2 going into the third period.
I tell you what, Trevor Castile, you can't make a mistake. Because so far, Chaz done a really good job keeping his arms back and everything, but he's got his arms a little bit high. And what happened there? Trevor just threw that half in and caught him. Got them near fall points.
Brandhorst working from on top to begin the third period. He's down 7-2. They awarded 2 more near falls on that last hold that Castile had on when he tilted him over. So Brandhorst on top on this third period, but trails by 5 points.
Chaz got to really work hard right now. It doesn't look like Castile's really wanting to do much. There he's kind of does a little set out. He's trying to do a Granby, and he's got it. They haven't called it yet, but he's got the Granby hooked up, so the only reason they haven't is I don't know. Although we go back around. Chaz has
still got control of his head. Yeah, there he goes.
But he lost the leg on the little fist. Castile keeps trying to come around. Right now, Chaz has half of a little fist. He's got the arm and the head. He hadn't been able to catch up with the leg to hook that leg in yet.
57 seconds to work. Brandhorst down 7-2. Now the head pops loose, and he catches Brandhorst in a head and arm out of that move.
Brandhorst almost got all the way through to come through out the other side, but he couldn't get there. He's trying to get belly down, and he does.
He's down 9-2. There was a reversal. That's the 2 points awarded to Castile, and so he now leads Brandhorst 9-2 with 30 seconds to work.
Really close to giving up more back points, but there was none awarded there, so it is 9-2.
Under 30 seconds now left in the match. Brandhorst down 9-2 and working from underneath, and Castile in really good position now, starting to slip the half in.
You can see why Trevor Castile's ranked 5th in state. Any kind of mistake, and he's dominated on it so far during this match.
Near the edge, they scoot down to 5 seconds left.
Really, Chaz has wrestled a very good match so far. He's got quick little cheap near falls here, there, and it added up to 9, and he loses this match 9-2, but honestly wrestled really well.
Chaz Brandhorst, a 9-2 loss to state-ranked Trevor Castile. Next up for the Tigers, Garrett Grimm at 126 when we return.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a proud supporter of Tiger Wrestling. Get to Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for their year-end blockbuster sales event going on now. Test drive a new Ram truck with 29 miles per gallon or a 30-mile-per-gallon Jeep Grand Cherokee. For 48 years, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep has treated you like family because their family name is on the door. The area's only 5-star certified dealership, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep, on West Anderson in Manhattan or at schrammcars.com. Go Tigers!
Tigers, Chaz Brandhorst, a 9-2 loss at the hands of state-ranked Trevor Castile. Wrestled well. Now we go to Garrett Grimm at 126. He has 30 left now. A senior at 24-10 of the season. Quick early shot by Grimm, and he's up 2-0. Lightning fast there.
He did a low ankle pick and just caught him off guard right off the whistle. And look, so far he's trying to ride, and they go on out of bounds. He's still on top.
So Bram out early, 2-0. Back to the middle they go. The Tigers down to the duel, 15-0. 2 open weights, and then the good match by Brandhorst could have lost to state-ranked Castile in the match just prior at 120. Garrett Bram at 126.
Garrett's got the leg in, but he's a little high. That ends up breaking him down, getting him sliding down. Now he's working under them arms and trying to just pound on him and try to get something in here, maybe a half, and trying to get him turned.
Seems like they've wrestled a while because Brim got that takedown within 5 seconds. Still 1:23 to go first period, but Garrett does lead 2-0.
Garrett's got too high on him on the legs, and it cost him. He was getting a little high early, and he got his arms underneath and stayed in. This time he got above him, and it cost him. He got reversed, and it's 2-2.
Minute 5 now to work in this opening period. So it'll be Brim working from underneath for the Tigers at 126.
Anybody that knows Abilene wrestling knows Whitnow's name has been around a long time, so you don't want to make too many mistakes.
Well, I can tell you Benny's first comment when he looked at the program and the roster was another Whitnow, right? So, yeah, it's been around a long time here for Abilene. 44 to work.
Cody Whitnow, he's got a chicken wing in. He's really trying to get that far arm. Chicken wing's getting too high, though.
Near the edge.
Got warned on it, and he kind of pulled it back where it needed to be.
Bram had the early takedown, then gave up a reversal. It's a 2-2 tie with 25 to work first period.
Bram's trying to stay flat, get arm wrist control, and he's trying to just not get turned over. His headgear's now falling down by his neck.
So now he gets turned over by what's now 14, and there's a pin. So Garrett Bram got up early and then ends up with a loss by fall at the hands of Cody Whitnow, senior at 24-10 for the Abilene Cowboys. Garrett Brim a loss by fall. Keegan Brownell is up next at 132. Stay with us. We'll have that match on the way after this.
The Clay Center wrestlers know that winning requires hard work and dedication. Jim and I are dedicated to preparing and serving delicious homemade meals for our customers. This is Arliss with Bad Hour Catering. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, we can take the work and worry off your shoulders, and that lets you enjoy time with family and friends. Call me at 632-0753 and choose your favorite dishes for a meal that your guests will love. Best of luck to the Tiger Wrestling team from Bad Hour Catering of Clay Center.
Keegan Brownell underway right now for the Tigers, stepping up at 132 tonight, wrestling in the varsity slots.
So we get away from a Now we go to a Strauss.
Another name that's been around for a while. Just a freshman, too, for the Abilene Cowboys. Quick takedown for Strauss. 20 seconds in. Minute 39 to work. Keegan Brownell wrestling right now for the Tigers in place of Reed Knitter, who is also injured. So the Tigers have had some injuries they've had to deal with Knitter and Callahan and Wynn all out tonight. Keegan Brownell stepping up. He's wrestled some varsity earlier this year as well.
Strauss just kind of blanketing Keegan right now and just staying in, keeping him flattened out, working wrist, trying to find any openings he can. Keegan trying to stay in covered and not giving anything up right now. Kind of on the edge of the mat, working around.
And Keegan gets
Strauss gets that chicken wing in. Yeah, I believe he's been working hard tonight on a Lundy chicken wings, and he's almost got Keegan turned.
He's trying to keep it flat.
Yep. If he posts that head now, he gets it now. After he posts a while, he'll probably sit through. He's staying right where he is. Strauss is. I don't know if he can get a fall from here.
43 seconds to work.
Keegan trying to arch his back and use his head. Nope.
There's a loss by fall. Keegan Brownell at 132 against Felix Strauss of Abilene. So a loss by fall for the Tigers at 132. And Keegan stepping in and stepping up for the Tigers, but matched up against a really good freshman for Abilene. 30-second break, and we'll have Peyton Lane taking the match next.
It's always great to get support from family and friends at academic and sporting events. The Clay Center community shows our kids plenty of Tiger pride, and the Ryan and Mullen Law Office takes this opportunity to let the wrestlers know how proud they are of you. You lead a busy life, keep your grades up, pour your heart into every practice, and make sacrifices to ensure you're the best that you can be. Keep working, stay focused, and you will accomplish your goals. Tiger wrestlers, your fans are behind you all the way.
Peyton Lane underway, and up high on him was his opponent, Dakota Whiteley, and Lane just went down and turned him almost to his back. He actually hasn't gotten a takedown yet. There he gets the takedown.
Peyton had half of a fireman is really what he had. He had the arm. He missed the leg, but he still came out of it all right. Had a heck of a scramble and ended up putting Dakota on his back, but they went out of bounds. So
Whiteley's a freshman, is 19-6 this year. Peyton Lane's had a great season once again as a sophomore for the Tigers. Up 2-0.
Back to center whistle start. Peyton takes him down, does a tilt. Not quite there. He gets a little loose on him, and he has to bail and give him one escape.
Give the one rather than more, right?
Yep. Got a little bit loose and got away from him a little ways and just gave up the one, so he didn't get up to two. Whiteley's got a 2-on-1 right now against Peyton. Peyton's kind of trying to fight that off and goes out of bounds and go back to center.
A minute 10 to work first period. Peyton Lane does lead in this match 2-1, and they're back underway.
Like I say, that first period, Peyton got into a fireman's and just literally missed the leg, but he pulled hard enough on the arm, he got him to dump over and got that 2-point takedown. Now Peyton's got an underhook, and Whiteley's got a wrist control, Peyton's wrist. Kind of holding it to try to keep him from shooting anything with that left hand. There, Peyton gets it loose and gets an underhook on the other side.
Started one way, tried to go back the other, still has the underhook in, but they're right on the edge of the circle.
Dakota Whiteley doing a good job at head control and head position. That kept Peyton from getting underneath him and trying to get what he wanted. He tried a little ankle pick with his foot and missed it, and they go out of bounds. Back to center here, Peyton's trying to get wrist control instead of letting it himself being wrist controlled, and they fight back, they break, go back to center.
20 seconds left, 2-1. Peyton Lane still the lead here in the 138-pound weight class against Dakota Whiteley, freshman for the Abilene Cowboys.
Peyton did a little hand to head, butt goes low, getting scrambled. Scramble, heck,
3 seconds
here. Nothing yet.
And nothing either way. Lane almost had it. Then a great scramble as Benny did by Whiteley, and then they end up with no points in the period.
And we might have blood.
And it does look like we'll have a timeout. We'll break here as well. You're listening to Tiger Wrestling on 100.9.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
It's time to save money on meat for your family's table this week at Kear's Thriftway. Whole pork butt roasts in cryovac are 99 cents a pound. 80% lean ground beef in the 10-pound tube is $2.79 a pound. KC strips in the family pack are $7.99 a pound. Beef shoulder roasts are $3.99 a pound. Boneless sirloin pork chops are $1.79 a pound. And be sure to pick up some fresh broccoli and cauliflower along with your other favorites for your veggie trays at Kear's Thriftway in Clay Center, Washington, and Mankato.
Back once again in Abilene, still working to clean the blood off of Dakota Whiteley. He's got a scrape on his right elbow, so they cleaned it up. Now they've taped it up. He's flexing to make sure he can still bend everything properly to get back out on the mat and wrestle against Peyton Lane. It's starting the second period. Lane does lead it 2-1.
Peyton will be on top. Starts on the left side. Dakota does a little outside switch. Cuts him off, trying to keep coming around. Gets a leg in. Trying to elevate, lift. Peyton's kind of got himself into a little trouble, but he's good at scrambling here. Got to get that arm through.
Right on the edge. They're going to give an escape and tie it up at 2 apiece, but they will stop the action and bring it back to middle. So now a 2-2 tie here at 138 pounds for Peyton Lane, just underway in the second period. So they circle in the middle. What's the start? Dakota Whiteley is opponent.
Whiteley really likes wrist control, and Peyton's not trying to keep away from him. The last time he kind of did a bunch of head slaps and then got low and almost got that takedown at the end of the first, but just kind of fighting in the middle. Say Whiteley grabbing the wrist and trying to control Peyton's arms.
Minute 14 to work, second period. It's a 2-2 tie. Lane had the early takedown in the first period, and then a couple of escapes later were tied up at 2 apiece. Hand fighting outside the center circle. Now kind of leaning on each other.
He's trying to get a 2-on-1. Can't get it. There he goes, a little duck under. Whiteley kind of counters and steps across it. Gets the 2 points.
Now Lane is down 4-2.
Peyton, the aggressor there, did a little duck under, and Dakota Whiteley did a good job of cutting across and cutting it off and got the 2-point takedown. So down 4-2 here with 33 seconds left in the second period. And Whiteley riding Peyton Lane pretty hard right now.
26 seconds remaining. Trying to slip the half in on Peyton Lane. He's fighting that off, and he is really laying heavy on Lane right now. 17 to work. Down 4-2.
They really needs one here. 10 seconds left. He needs to get up and get his head off the mat.
Got to his feet almost. 4 seconds. Down to 2. Down to 1. And Peyton Lane's going to trail 4-2 going into the final 2 minutes of this match. It'll be Peyton's choice. He'll take down.
Whiteley kind of rode him out for the last 50 seconds and really kind of stayed in behind. Never did much. Just stayed in and tried to trap ankles and keep Peyton from coming up. Peyton now comes straight up. They're going to switch on a stand-up. Got the leg, but he's back to the mat. Now he's got to scramble through. Whiteley gets the ankle picked again and trapped it with his leg. So Peyton hadn't given up that leg, though, yet. He's trying to arch through.
And at 40 remains. It's a little closer. Needs to break his leg free now. They're back on almost to their feet. Now right on the edge, they'll whistle it to a stop. Peyton really, really close to coming up with 2 there.
Pretty impressed with Dakota Whiteley's strength. He's a lot stronger than he appears to look, I think. It's what I guess I'm going to say, too. And he's just kind of very strong upper body.
Actually, double checking. He is a freshman for the Cowboys.
This will start Peyton trying to come up. Whiteley just blocks it with his size, with his hands. Peyton pulls the leg, pulls the hand off.
Minute 18 left in the match. Down 4-2, Lane here in the final period.
Whiteley just draped over him just like a blanket. Standing, keeping heavy on Peyton. Peyton's trying to get something going, but he can't get his head off the mat. That's the problem. He's got to get his head up and get up.
1 minute left. You may have heard, and now they do warn for stalling. I was just about to say, Whiteley hasn't done a whole lot but lay on him right now. As you said, draped over him. So
would have liked to seen that last period because, like I said, the last 50 seconds really did nothing and never got called for it. Would have been handy there because then we would have had another one on it.
Whistle start here, 55 to work. Peyton Lane trailing by 2 in the final period. Trying to come up with points.
He keeps his hips up, but he's been very well getting his head up, and he's going to have to really do that.
42 seconds.
Got wrist control now. He needs to bring that over the top of his head.
He lost the... Now he still has the wrist underneath, doesn't he?
He's let go of it. He tripoded up. There's a roll through. Nothing there.
30 seconds left. Peyton Lane down to 4-2.
Wiley doesn't shoot the half.
Right on the edge.
Just out of bounds.
20 seconds.
New whistle start. He needs to know where he's at and get on out.
Lifts, shrugs,
comes up.
Almost with the reversal. 9 seconds left. Hasn't gotten it yet. Now a roll through. 5 seconds. And 3 seconds, and Peyton Lane's going to come up just short. He could not finish the move that he had started against Dakota Whiteley. It's a 2-4 loss for Peyton Lane. We'll take a timeout. Cameron Osborne wrestles at 1:45 when we return.
If experience is the best teacher, then the guys at Hunley's Garage LLC have the equivalent of a PhD in automotive mechanics. Gary and Larry know engines from top to bottom and inside and out. When you bring your vehicle to Hunley's Garage, they'll put their many years of experience to work to find and fix whatever is wrong or maintain your vehicle to keep it humming the way it should. Trust the professionals at Hunley's Garage at 321 Grant in Clay Center, where quality workmanship is number one. Call them at 632-5212.
A 2-4 loss for Peyton Lane to Dakota Dakota Whiteley, I should say, and just a great battle, and he just couldn't quite get past that 2 points he gave up. 2 escapes the difference in that one early. Cameron Osborne now on the mat for the Tigers.
Tough matches for Peyton because Peyton was the aggressor for a long time and had a lot of things very, very close to happening and just didn't quite get it done.
Osborne got a pretty good look underneath, and then his opponent, Laura, was able to raise out of it. Now he's got Cameron in a front headlock near the edge of the mat. They just go outside the circle. So Osborne set to go once again. And we are back underway. Cameron Osborne for the Tigers. Wrestling in the slot, Jake Wynn normally holds down, but he's out with a knee injury for at least a week, maybe 2. Tigers looking for their first win here in this duel against the Cowboys.
Cameron trying a lot of wrist control, banging head, trying to get some position, creating angles. Nothing there so far.
Minute 7 of work, still no score.
No way, doing a good job of countering about everything so far that Cameron has put at him.
Yeah, he breaks away. Good shot in by Osborne, but blocked off by Laura. Actually catches him in a front headlock and reaches down for the leg. Amber did a pretty good job to fight it off thus far.
And got a high crotch, kind of powers through it, comes all the way up. That took a lot of strength.
And now circling around, he has some leg control, trying to keep it. Laura trying to sprawl out of it, 38 to work.
The way he's got his hand across the throat, and we're not even looking at that.
Oh, Osborne, how about the strength of Cameron Osborne, and he's got a 2-0 lead.
At the will. I think that kind of made him mad what's going on.
Because you're right.
It's something officials got to get in there and really look at, and no way, he just had his arm across his throat, just kind of choking him off, and Cameron said, I'm going to take care of this right now.
Well, first he showed an amazing amount of strength to get out of the initial move put on by Laura, and then to finish the move he started. Impressive. 19 to work. Now works from on top with a 2-0 lead. Laura's to his feet. Osborne trying to get a cradle, couldn't get it, still has control of the leg. Laura trying to break free. Now Osborne switches legs and goes to the outside of the circle and holds on to keep the lead at 2-0 with 2.2 seconds left.
Cameron really actually had an outside single. Couldn't get it. Finally, he just switched off to an inside single and went out of bounds. And did a good job of keeping him from scoring.
What a They'll go to the second period with a 2-0 lead. Good work by Cameron Osborne.
Heck of a match here. Going to be barn burner, looks like.
Well, both have been really close and been fought off. It was Osborne who was able to not only get close, but finish one, and that's the 2-0 difference.
Cameron takes a down position to start the second period. It is his choice, so he chooses down. Noe starts on his left side. Cameron comes up to his feet. Noe just trips him back to the mat. So now he's got to try and work himself up. He's trying to get wrist control. Abilene working all night long on kind of Lundy chicken wings and working a lot of hard on the wrist and the inside wrist control.
Osborne from underneath, his choice to begin the second. He leads 2-0 over Noe Lara, sophomore at 3-11 this year at 145. Osborne wrestling up in place of Jake Witt, who was injured. He got to his feet and tripped back down to the mat.
Did a nice job here. He comes up, tries to face, gets his hips back, trying to really sprawl hard and get underhooked.
And he's got the escape. He leads 3-0. Now both on their feet and leaning on each other forehead to forehead with a minute 10 to go second period.
Kind of textbook there. I mean, he really came up, turned face, then he got his hips out, got underhooked. Now he does an outside single again. Got Noe on his back, and Noe grabs the wrist, pulls him back. Cameron's wiggles around and gets around behind for the 2.
Cam leads 5-0 now for the Tigers.
That could have ended up a 5-point move for Noe, and Cameron did a nice job of trying to keep on moving and scramble around and come around the backside, and now he's riding hard on the right side of Noe.
34 seconds remaining here in the second period. And again, Cameron Osborne leading 5-0.
Trying to get a Lundy, but it's not there. Noe does an outside switch. Cameron just kind of chops the arm and gets it back and takes him back where he's Noe is belly down.
13 seconds left. Tries to switch sides.
It's a half hit on the far.
Half hit, okay.
Yep. Kind of
2 seconds.
Broke down the left side, then he switched over to the right for a half. Just didn't have what he really needed yet.
Now, Osborne normally wrestles at 132, so he is at 145. You have no idea how much he's wrestling up. We'll go to the final period, and Lara's choice, he takes neutral. So they're both back on their feet. Osborne leading here 5-0.
I don't mind this at all because so far what I've seen of Cameron Osborne on his feet, he's done very well. They're hoping Noe can get a 5-point move off of these feet, which is a possibility.
They butter the heads, and now a deep shot in by Noe Lara, but it's sprawled out nicely and blocked by Osborne. He's going to turn this into a takedown of his own.
Posted the head, kept the hips in hard and heavy, and just went all the way around.
It's leading 7-0.
That half in. Got it kicked out the ankle. He had the ankle picked with his right foot.
So Cameron Osborne leading 7-0 here.
Staying in good control. Staying with a knee in the hole. Just working chicken wing.
Potentially dangerous called, and they'll stop the action and bring him back to a restart. Minute 8 to work. Cameron Osborne leads 7-0 here. Third period. A great match this far for Cam.
Cameron starts right side.
Caution against the Cowboys wrestler underneath. Back underway.
I don't think he cautioned either one, really. I think he said he started on my arm, and so we're going to redo it because he moved his arm before the whistle blew, and that's
threw both of them off.
Yeah, it really did. So he gave them both a break, I guess.
Under a minute to work, 7-0. Cameron Osborne with the lead.
Cameron's got a Lundy and he's got a chicken wing in, but Noe comes to his feet, so he releases it. Trying to heel trip him.
Let him go. Gives up the one, still leads by 6 points with 36 seconds to work.
I believe coach is yelling at Noe, trying to get him to do something big, and Cameron's trying to stay in good position. Head to head, staying inside, doing a good job of working. 22 seconds remaining. Cameron shoots an outside single. Noe does a little hip roll through. 14 seconds. Got ahead. He's got the head of Cameron, but he didn't get the arm. Now he's got the arm. Cameron struck.
8 seconds
to keep from getting head and arm.
Down to 4. Laura trying to turn him. Osborne hanging on, and he's going to win it. Cameron Osborne hangs on. A little drama at the end there, Vinny. But it's a win for the Tigers.
Really, really was.
7-6 is your final. After that scramble at the end, the 5-point move put on by Laura. Cameron Osborne wins it. We'll take another timeout. The Tigers' Hunter Mullen is up next.
Crop Production Services offers the best quality corn and soybean seed lineup that truly fit your acres and the way you farm. Year after year, top-performing brands such as Asgrow, DeKalb, Dynagrow, and Mycogen turn top yields in field trials. Get expert agronomic advice, responsive service, and consistent fair pricing from Crop Production Services. Early cash and volume discounts and financing options available. Visit with Pat, Josh, Doug, and Sheldon for all your corn and soybean seed needs.
For a state-ranked matchup now, Hunter Mullen ranked 3rd in the state at 152. Trey Horner of the Cowboys, a sophomore, 26-6, ranked 5th. Hunter Mullen did meet up with him at the Bobcat Classic at Baser and would win that match. So they've certainly seen each other before in both the high school, I'm sure, and kids wrestling. But it's what a lot of people are looking forward to tonight, Vinny.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 on the bout here, and this is one of them, that's for sure. Both Hunter and so far and Trey Horner have been kind of back and forth. Some of them, they like to go low and stay low on a knee for a while, and then they came back up and right in the middle of the circle with 1:15 left.
Now they split apart. Trey Horner looking at the clock just to know exactly where they're at. He goes down to a knee. Hunter just saunters back and forth, eyeballing him. Now they both go down low, staying at the same level. Now they go head-to-head again and lock up with 54 seconds to work.
Not often do you see both wrestlers go down. Usually one will go down, the other one will kind of just stay in position. But Hunter's like, all right, I'll go down there with you.
Get on your level.
So both times so far, that's what's happened. And when Hunter went down, then Trey comes back up and they go back on 2 feet. 35 seconds left here. They're both just kind of wrist fighting and trying to stay in control and get some angles.
Not really any shots. Horner kind of gave a little shuck by effort, but it wasn't really committed to it. 22 seconds to work.
Horner's probably got a little bit more reach than Hunter does, and he reaches for an ankle, and Hunter pulls back from that. Right now Trey almost picked Hunter's ankle, and they go out of bounds with 10 seconds.
10 seconds to work. Yeah, they're back in center and back in their way. Hunter Mullen ranked 3rd in the state. Horner ranked 5th for the Cowboys. 2 seconds, and we're going to go scoreless into the second period. Choice to Mullen. He wants to go in the down position.
I'd say Trey probably does have, 3 or 4 inch height difference on him.
I would say so, yeah, I really would. Now caution on Horner.
Trey. Abilene. Go back to center. Trey starting on Hunter's right side. Whistle start. Trey goes right to the left inside thigh. Hunter comes all the way to his feet and breaks away. So good job. He gets the one escape there pretty quick with 1:50 seconds. So 10 seconds he got the escape there. Start this second period.
Mullen and Baser beat Horner 7-2, the only time they met this year. Now leads 1-0 in the second period.
Get locked up again. They're a little more aggressive now. Good ankle sweep and pick by Hunter and gets the 2-point takedown.
Mullen up 3-0 now as he got the move right on the edge and held him in place and got the 2-point takedown.
Hunter took his right foot, scooped Trey's left foot,
right,
picked it then with his left hand, took him right to the mat, and luckily they landed inbounds and then went right out after that.
So he leads 3-0 Mullen here in the second period.
Mullen's trying to hook him across the legs, and pretty darn high. Trey's trying to swim up. Hunter has to bail and just try and get back in face. Might give up 2 if he's not careful.
He gives up 1. Escape right on the edge. He was tripoded up, bouncing back, and the official gave the escape right on the edge of the mat on that move.
Really didn't want to give that 1 point up, that's for sure, but he was could have gave up 2 almost real easy from that whole scramble.
1 minute remains, second period. Mullen leading 3-1 now.
Head-to-head, Hunter had inside tie, ear to ear now. They keep going from forehead to forehead to ear, back and forth, but they're staying pretty tight, pretty close. Now they split up.
Now locked up again with 40 to work in the second period. Mullen leading 3-1. It'll be Horner's choice in the third.
Hunter tries a little front headlock, and it's not there, so he backs off, and they go back, split up. Now they're back head-to-head. A lot of grinding, forehead to forehead here.
Now they kind of back away, both adjust the headgear back in place and go right back at it.
Both staying in really good position, trying to really keep from each other from getting any shots. Heck of a shot for the last takedown.
Down to 10 seconds.
By Hunter.
Now 7. They break apart again. Both look at the clock. 4 seconds remaining. And Hunter Mullen's going to lead 3-1 going into the final period. Again, choice belongs to the Abilene wrestler Horner. He'll choose down.
Hunter put the legs in last time he was on top, and he just got too high. It didn't stay underneath the arms, and Trey Horner swam and came out and just about got a reversal, but got the one escape. So right now Hunter does a crossbody. Right now he's just trying to get some pressure, and Horner does a little roll through, and
Hunter took the leg, and now he gives up the escape.
2-3 now. It's going to be all about a takedown with 1 minute 35 seconds left here in the third.
A long way to go when you think about it in a 1-point match. Mullen and Horner, 2 state-ranked wrestlers in a big-time NTKO duel right now.
I'd take Hunter on his feet almost any day. So right now with a 1-point lead, this is nice. He's going to stay in a really good position, work at anything that's really comes open. There he goes. Nice job. I was about to say, or anything cheap, and that's what happened. Trey took a kind of a wild shot. Hunter took advantage of it, got the takedown, then he cuts him.
You can just see the shoulder sag of Horner after he took that shot, and Hunter just used it to his advantage. Then he gave the escape, Mullen did, so he leads 5-3. Under a minute now left in the match.
Hunter's got underhooks now. He's kind of trying to stay in control, push him out of bounds.
And near the edge, Horner slow to get back to the middle, trying to get some wind maybe and some energy before he heads back over.
You can see Hunter's confidence, though. He just runs back to center saying, I'm liking where I'm set. 3-5 lead with 45 seconds left, and he's good on his feet.
Horner taking a little shot and left in the middle. 40 seconds.
Thought Hunter might have got an outside cheap ankle pick there, but it wasn't there. Head-to-head, ear-to-ear.
Shot by Horner, countered by Mullen near the edge. Couldn't quite keep him on the mat to get further points, but again, Mullen still with a 5-3 lead.
Hunter tried the toes, couldn't get there. Caution.
Caution on the whistle start.
He took off a little too soon, so he got another caution. That's the second one on him.
Right. 25 seconds now. Mullen with the 5-3 lead.
Horner knows he doesn't have much time left. 20 seconds left.
18 now.
Tries a deep shot again. Hunter comes around behind.
2 more. 10 seconds remaining.
Horner's just trying to get too far in, too deep, and what happened, Hunter's just pulling him to the mat and then spinning around and getting the 2-point takedown.
Gives an escape, and that'll do it. 7-4 your final. Hunter Mullen with a second straight Tiger win. Stay with us. We'll take a timeout here. More Tiger Wrestling next up at 170. State-ranked Ranchers.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a proud supporter of Tiger Wrestling. Get to Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for their year-end blockbuster sales event going on now. Test drive a new Ram truck with 29 miles per gallon or a 30-mile-per-gallon Jeep Grand Cherokee. For 48 years, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep has treated you like family because their family name is on the door. The area's only 5-star certified dealership, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep, on West Anderson in Manhattan or at schrammcars.com. Go Tigers!
The Clay Center wrestlers know that winning requires hard work and dedication. Jim and I are dedicated to preparing and serving delicious homemade meals for our customers. This is Arliss with Vadar Catering. If you're planning a wedding for 300 or a customer meeting for 500 to 1,000, we will serve a hot, delicious meal your guests will love. Call me at 632-0753 to plan your next event. Best of luck to the Tiger Wrestling team from Vadar Catering of Clay Center.
Ryan Sears on the mat now for the Tigers. He wrestles at 170, second ranked in the state. He takes on a junior, Dawson Whitley. for Whiteley that is 3-3, and we're underway.
We've seen a Whiteley surprise us a little earlier with Peyton Lane, so this must be an older brother. He's a junior. Ryan working them arms and working them hands. Got a 2-on-1 rush and takes him right on out of bounds.
Does come back to center. Again, Tiers ranked second in the state right now in Kansas in Class 4A. Got a super year, obviously.
A lot of inside fighting, a lot of hand fighting going on. Whiteley now does 2-on-1 back to Ryan, and he can't get anything. Ryan gets it back and reverses the position. He's got 2-on-1 control.
Minute 17 to work here in the first.
Ryan needs head position here. He's got his head on the wrong side. There does a far side duck under there. Nice job. Little fits, right into a little fits position. Don't know if he's going to extend him from here. He's trying to get his leg back. Whiteley's not letting him have it because he likes him where he's at. Right, staying underneath the arms. Staying on the left side, little fits. Does a little roll through. Whiteley's trying to get an escape. Ryan's going to have to give it to him, give it up.
The lead is 2-1 for Tiers. 42 seconds left to work in this first period. Now, Tiers a little trouble with the headgear. Now they've got it sorted out. Ryan back underway. 2-1 lead.
See now why Ryan had his head on that position on that 2-on-1, so he could do that outside duck and came out successful for the 2-point takedown. 2-on-1 again with outside head position. Nothing there. Comes out of that. Head to head.
Now double leg deep in there by Tiers. 15 seconds. Near the edge. There's the takedown. He leads 4-1. 7 seconds. They'll whistle to a stop on the outside circle, and back to middle they come. The Tigers have won 2 straight matches after opening up with 2 open weight classes. Losses for Chaz Brandhorst, Garrett Brent, Keegan Brownell, Peyton Lane, but then Cameron Osborne and Hunter Mullen both coming back with victories.
Coach Brandhorst looking at 7 seconds, ride him out. Whiteley comes to his feet, though. He's got a fair hug.
And Tiers holds on and has a 4-1 lead going into the second period. Choice goes to Ryan, and Tiers will take the down position. He has a 4-1 lead. 152 through 195 for the Tigers, all state ranked.
Ryan comes to his feet, gets tripped back down, so he's nice back to his base. Whiteley traps an ankle. Whiteley on the left side traps Ryan's left ankle. Now he's going to get the back. Got a half end, but found a loose one. Ryan peels that off.
Flattened out, but working to get his base back once more.
Abilene rides pretty darn good. They drape hard and keep it heavy on you. And right now, that's what he's doing. Ryan tries to get back to his base, trying to get in a position where he can get hand control and get up.
Leads 4-1. Ryan Tiers here at 170 pounds.
Dawson Whitley just staying in behind, just riding hard and staying heavy on him. Ryan keeping his head on the mat. Now it comes up.
Now to his feet.
Whiteley tries to throw a half in, but there's nothing there. They're close to out of bounds, though.
Trying to break the hands, and they whistle them outside. Both stepped outside the circle. Let's go back to center they come. Close. Just not quite enough. 57 to work, second period. It's a 4-1 Ryan Tiers lead for the Tigers.
Ryan on the bottom. Whitley goes to that half again, gets it stopped on the whistle.
47 to work.
Ryan tries to sit out. He does. Now he's trying to switch it over.
Reaches back and gets the head.
Whiteley makes a mistake right here.
38 seconds left.
Stays flat. Ryan's trying to get him peeled back. He doesn't do it, but he gets the reversal and gets in behind.
6-1 now for Ryan Tiers. 28 to work, second period.
Dawson Whiteley really lucky he wasn't on his back right there. And Ryan does a half. That's a far arm bar.
19 to work.
Get to the outside.
Turns him over. There, he's got him to his back.
Too high on him.
Whiteley rolls through and gets a reversal. Tiers actually had to flatten himself out to his front side, or he might have been in some danger, but he's going to lead 8-3 going into the final period.
He just got too quick. He was really wrist lifted on that half. He needed to really get it sunk in deeper and kind of slow down a little bit, take his time to get him turned, and he just got too quick and got too high.
Obviously knew the time on the clock and was wanting to get that 10 before the period closed and ended up giving up a couple of points, but still leads at 8-3 going to the final period.
Ryan starts on the left side.
Caution start. Didn't hear a whistle. I don't think he had it in his mouth, did he?
Well, but got to be careful here.
Now they're back underway. Both wrestlers win as if it was time, as if the arm may be moving again too quick.
He just is inconsistent, I think, as an official as far as each time. It's just different, and I think it just, when you're sitting on the side and you're watching this whistle start stuff, you kind of get used to what he does here. And Ryan, again, just gets too high, just got a double chicken wing, and just trying to lift him and turn him, and he just got too loose on it and gets reversed. So now it's 5-8. Ryan's still leading with 1 minute and 25 seconds left here in the third.
And the two reversals he's given up, the last one with the double chicken wing, he was in position, but it's like he got in a hurry to get the pin, and it turned into a reversal both times. But he leads 8-5, 1 minute 12 to go third period.
He just needs to clean it up just a little bit. He's getting got a little sloppy, and that's what cost him the 4 points actually so far.
Minute 4 remains in the match.
Ryan knows where he's at. He knows he's got that 3-point lead. He knows he can't get turned right now. Whitley trying to get wrist control, and Ryan just trying to stay in good position and just wait for a chance to come up. And here he is. Tries lining up now. Peels his hand off his thigh. Down so wrist control.
Steps away. He's got a 9-5 lead. Whiteley, a junior, comes right back at him, but right now Ryan Tears in control with 37 seconds to work.
Trying to do a little head pulling, trying to pull him forward and get him low, get him out of position. Creating some sort of an angle here. There he is, an outside single. Goes low on it.
There's a 2-point takedown, so he's going to lead 11-5. 18 to work. Down to 15 seconds.
Whitley's going to have to bail pretty quick, but they call stalemate and go back to center with Ryan in control, 11-5.
Ryan Tears, the big lead with 11 seconds left. Back to a whistle start. We're underway with 10 seconds. Ryan Tears, the lead. Tried to stack real quickly. Down to 5 seconds.
Whitley's trying a little outside set and roll through and Ryan gets that stop. Nice job here.
11-1 win for Ryan Tears. Stayed ranked at number 2. He beat Dawson Whitley 11-5 was the final in that one. 30-second timeout. We will have Gabe Ware up next.
It's always great to get support from family and friends at academic and sporting events. The Clay Center community shows our kids plenty of Tiger pride. And the Ryan and Mullen Law Office takes this opportunity to let the wrestlers know how proud they are of you. You lead a busy life. Keep your grades up, pour your heart into every practice, and make sacrifices to ensure you're the best that you can be. Keep working, stay focused, and you will accomplish your goals. Tiger wrestlers, your fans are behind you all the way.
Gabe Ware next up for the Clay Center Tigers. He's currently ranked right now 4th in the state at 182. Bryce Reichman, the junior, 11-19, the opponent for Gabe Ware, and we are underway. Gabe just signing to play football at Highland Community College next year. He had a signing day yesterday.
Yeah, that's good. Nice job here to start off this thing. Gabe went right into a little low shot. Right now he's got a little fits. Pulled him over, but he lost the leg. Just got out of position again. Got the 2-point near fall, and then got a reversal. So he's still leading 4-2. In the down position, they go out of bounds, and they go back to center. Gabe leading 4-2 here early in the first.
There's a scramble there to give the reversal out, but still the 2-point lead, and now a quick escape as he bounces away from his opponent. Now back in he goes against Reichman.
Tried a little double leg, wasn't there, had to come up. Now he's got under. There he goes to his high cross, gets the 2 points.
So it's a 7-2 lead in the first period for Gabe Ware. Out quick. That gives an escape up. They'll go back to their feet again.
Bryce did kind of a little bit of a switch, and Gabe missed the arm, so he just kind of backed away to give him the 1-point escape.
Under a minute to go, first period, 7-3. Gabe Ware the lead.
Gabe trying to get that underhook again with the right hand.
45 seconds left. 182 pounds.
There he does. Nice shot on double leg. Just takes him right, fires through it, gets a 2-point takedown.
9-3 now. The Hick from the sticks with the lead for the Tigers.
Gets wrist control. Has to let it go. Stay in, trying to stay heavy. There, Bryce tried that switch again, and he just yanked him to the mat. Now he's got him on his back. Got to lift that head, and he's got the half.
Still in good position. Gabe Ware looking for a Tiger pin, and he's got it. Win by fall in the first period with 12.8 seconds left for Gabe Ware, the senior for the Tigers, winning at 182. So that is the fourth straight win now for the Tigers outside the open class at 160. In 30 seconds, state-ranked Gavin Ware is up next.
Do you believe professionalism should be rewarded? When you find a contractor who shows up early, works long days, gets the job done on time with expertise, cleans up so well you can't tell they've been there except for the fact their work is finished and looking great, you know that's the only contractor you'll ever want to hire. These are words that an actual customer has used to describe McGee Roofing. The customer has used McGee Roofing twice and will again. Reward professionalism, hire McGee Roofing.
Gavin Ware, a takedown early in the first period, so he's underway and out to a quick start at 195. He is state ranked right now 5th in the state in Class 4A.
Gavin did a nice job. He did a high crotch, and then he kind of lifted it, and then had a little bit of a time getting him to the mat, but does so, gets that 2-point takedown. Right now he's just draping, trying to get all kinds of things going on. He hasn't had much left so far.
Minute 13 to work.
Staying back in behind.
Gavin against the junior, Jaron Christensen, 24-10 on the season.
So far, he's just kind of blocking in thighs and trying to work arms. Christensen's pretty tall. He's pretty long. He's having a hard time trying to just ride him through. After the edge of the game, they go out of bounds.
Back to center with Gavin Ware leading here, 2-0. Early takedown.
Christensen, a junior, 24-10 record. Back to center, Gavin starts left side.
And we'll caution Abilene on the start. A few of those tonight.
Just a few.
Gabe Ware back underway, Gavin Ware back underway, leads 2-0. Gabe just winning a moment ago by fall.
Christian kind of puts that right leg out, trying to come up, and does a good job of stopping that. There's a little roll through, and we follow it around. He does have the leg of Gabe, or Gavin, excuse me. Tries to get up
right on the edge.
Gavin did a good job.
They'll give up the escape. Coach Brandon Big Horse, Michael Brownell, Tiger fans, Benny and I all saying, wait a minute. And they're not going to reverse it. That was almost a pin before it was all said and done, just outside the circle. But escape given. It's 2-1 now. Gavin Ware the lead.
Got some excitement going at least around, isn't it?
20 seconds left first period. A 2-1 Gavin Ware lead over Jaron Christensen of Abilene.
Gavin's got inside tie with the left arm. Outside there goes the fireman. Takes him right to his back, but then he rolls through, so gets the 2-point takedown.
4-1 on short time, and Gavin Ware will lead by 3 going to the second period.
Nice 2 points there to end that first period. Nice fireman.
So it's 4-1. Gavin Ware the lead.
Gavin's choice. We're going to take down position to start the second period, leading 4-1.
Tigers have had wins from Cameron Osborne, Hunter Mullen, Ryan Tears, Gabe Ware, all back-to-back, and Gavin Ware trying to add another one here.
Christian starts left side. Gavin does a good job coming up.
So strong. Just stood and blocked Christensen, and now as Christensen tried to
throw him, he just started right. No, through it. Bagged his hips, comes out on top.
So he leads 6-1 now here in the second period.
Does have a chicken wing on the right side, but doesn't get to keep it.
They're right on the edge. It's that area where you'd be pulling back onto the mat. You can see Christensen working his way off.
Had a nice arm bar, but they went out of bounds.
6-1. Gavin Ware the lead at 195 pounds. Looking for the fifth win in a row for the Tigers. Now, Abilene does lead the duel 36-15. Remember, the Tigers opened at four different weight classes.
Gavin starts left side, picks the ankle, gets him stopped, gets him flattened out, reaches across. He just keeps working him underneath, working him arms. So he's digging. He lets him get his hips up, though. He pulls the hips down. Still working them arms.
Gavin just checking the clock to see how much time he had to work with. You know he'd love to turn him over to his back, but
Christian reaches back for the head. Gavin gets his head back, keeps him from pulling on it and getting across. He reaches back again.
Now they're on their feet. Gavin reaching for a leg.
They both have the same thing. He's got a half, and Christian's so much taller, but Gavin's a little bit stronger and keeps him from doing that.
So back to the middle they'll go. Gavin Ware leads 6-1 at 195.
I say that, or they walk back to center and they're almost the same height.
You're right, but I
both, I think, different look or something.
I thought the same thing, and then I did see him walk back. Maybe Christensen a little thicker, well, obviously, because Gavin Ware's wrestled well below 195 through the year. 33 seconds to work, second period.
Gavin's got a Lundy. Trying to pull that elbow up, putting the head down.
25 seconds.
So he goes up, trying to get that forearm. Not able to do it, and loses the Lundy.
Gavin leads 6-1.
Gavin had a strap, and Christian just said, I'm going to tripod up here and get away. So he gives up the escape, leading 6-2.
Shot by Gavin Ware, 4 seconds left. 2 seconds, and that will end period number 2. Gavin Ware in good control right now, leading 6-2.
Good match going on here for Gavin. He's wrestling smart, wrestling good so far.
Christensen's choice, he'll take down. So Gavin Ware will be riding to start the final period at a 6-2 lead.
Gavin takes left side, blocks the thighs to start the period. Got the Lundy, I think, on the opposite side. And we're in a stack right now.
He tried that the last period and just couldn't get it finished up.
Trying to ball and chain now, but he's got a long ways to reach and he can't get it. Christian doing a good job of keeping his arm way up by his neck.
There's a warning for stalling on Christensen of Abilene. Now Gavin Ware goes back to work again.
Gets that Lundy. Christensen feeling fingers.
6-2, the lead for Gavin Ware. We're in the third period, a minute 25 to work.
Jeff kind of draped on. Christian does a set out, comes all the way to his feet. It's a reversal.
Gavin fighting off, getting turned over, does still lead by 2, but now works from underneath.
Now Christensen on the attack. Just the opposite. Christensen's got a half in. Gavin's trying to get that outside leg up so he can bring himself up. He does come up and gets the escape.
Now it's 7-4. Gavin Ware lead. Christensen looked like he used a lot of his wind to try to make that last scramble.
They both did. They're right in the center. Gavin kind of circling. High-low, changing his elevation. Christensen finally gets a hold of him.
42 to work. We're in the third. Gavin Ware leads 7-4.
Christensen shoots an outside shingle. Kind of loosely. Gavin fights that off.
To the edge they go. They'll go back to neutral in the middle.
That was really close. Christian almost had the 2-point takedown because Gavin kind of bailed to run away, and Christian's feet almost stayed in to get the 2 points. 30 seconds left, up 7-4. Gavin Ware the lead. Now there's 25 seconds. Now they lock up in the center. Shot in by Gavin Ware. Christian blocks it. He gets the underhooks on him. Now Christensen shoots. Gavin blocks that. Back and forth now on shots. Christensen's got an underhook. 10 seconds left. Gavin Ware leads it 7-4. Gavin just got caution for stalling. Christensen pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving. 2 seconds. Good match. 7-4. Gavin Ware comes out on top. The fifth straight Clay Center Tiger win
here in this duel. Another 30-second break. We have Devin Tipsor taking the mat next.
It's time to save money on meat for your family's table this week at Kear's Thriftway. Whole pork butt roasts in cryovac are 99 cents a pound. 80% lean ground beef in the 10-pound tube is $2.79 a pound. KC strips in the family pack are $7.99 a pound. Beef shoulder roasts are $3.99 a pound. Boneless sirloin pork chops are $1.79 a pound. And be sure to pick up some fresh broccoli and cauliflower along with your other favorites for your veggie trays at Kear's Thriftway in Clay Center, Washington, and Mankato.
Tigers' final match this evening will be Devin Tipsor, 220 pounds. Tigers are open at the heavyweight. His opponent is Sam Bird, a junior at 24-9. Both wrestlers underway and locked up in the middle.
Devin trying to get wrist control, but so far Sam's been able to do so.
Just starting here in this 220-pound match for Devin Tipsor, one of the 2 Tiger seniors on this year's team.
Giving up some height on this match, that's for sure, and some length. Devin so far is trying to do a good job of, he got picked, though, got caught.
It'll be a 2-point takedown for Bird of Abilene.
That's the time I say Devin was doing a good job with wrist control. Sam kind of got his hand around, and Devin was trying to turn and got tripped up and got caught and got taken down.
Yeah, they had that. He got the ankle kind of picked, and he really just lost his balance. And from that point on, Bird took advantage of it. Back underway with 1:20 to go, first period. Tipsor now from working from underneath.
Burt from Abilene starts left side, just drives him down to the mat, blanketing him hard. Devin trying to get base and trying to get something going, get up, but gets blanketed and driven down to the mat right now. Devin trying to get base.
Now tilted, rolls through it though, and is not going to give up any back points. Still down 2-0. 54 to work, first period.
Burt did a good job of staying heavy on Devin, and then he just came up and just kind of done a quick tilt and missed getting back points. So good job by Devin to allow that to happen.
Now Tipsor trying to get the arm free and get his hips out. Burt's riding heavy. We've said that a lot tonight when Abilene's been riding on top.
By the time Devin gets broke down, he gets his hips back, though. He's trying to go do a good job there. He does another one. Freestyle, he'd be getting all kinds of points, but he's just going through too fast, and Devin doing a good job of rolling across and getting out of there.
17 to work. Tipsor trying to get up for an escape and a quick point before the end of the first period. He's down 2-0. Now 8 seconds left.
We're just doing too good of a job of controlling the hips when he does get to that point. Staying in control, and Devin hasn't been able to get it all the way to his feet yet.
So we'll head to the second period. Choice belongs to Burt. He's deferred, is that right?
He's deferred, so we're going to go to the neutral position to start the second period.
Tipsor back underway. Trails 2-0 against Sam Bird of Abilene.
Burt likes that 2-on-1. He goes 2-on-1 with a wrist, and he's trying to control again. Last time, I think he got kind of a cheap takedown, so we'll see if Devin can
see it coming, maybe?
Get something out of it. Oh, he does an arm drag and comes across and just drives through and takes Devin to the mat.
Minute 30 just underway in the second period. Tipsor down to 4-0, I should say, after the takedown.
Devin did get turned. A lot of times you just, when that happens on that, you get taken to your back and he got turned to belly down, so he's lucky he didn't get give up any back points there. Right now he's trying to fight off of a half Nelson right now.
Yeah, Burt trying to slip that left hand in for a half, and you can see Devin really fighting it off. Now he does kind of get it in there. Tipsor trying to avoid being turned over. Burt's got him to his back.
He did a power half, and it just got his shoulder up too high. And there's the catch that time. Sam Burt's nice wrestler for Abilene.
So the Tigers will be open, as mentioned, as a heavyweight. Andy Tope is the heavyweight for Abilene. He'll get a win with a bye. The Tigers with the loss here by fall for Devin Tipsor, our final match of the evening. Stay with us. We'll come back and give you a recap of tonight's matches against the Abilene Cowboys. The Tigers will lose the duel here against Abilene as Andy Tope instead of take the mat and, again, win by default with the Tigers open at that weight class. We'll be back in a moment to wrap things up here from Abilene after this.
If experience is the best teacher, then the guys at Hunley's Garage LLC have the equivalent of a PhD in automotive mechanics. Gary and Larry know engines from top to bottom and inside and out. When you bring your vehicle to Hunley's Garage, they'll put their many years of experience to work to find and fix whatever is wrong or maintain your vehicle to keep it humming the way it should. Trust the professionals at Hunley's Garage at 321 Grant in Clay Center, where quality workmanship is number one. Call them at 632-5212.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzemeyer,
or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Spring is just around the corner. Have you started considering your options for the 2016 growing season? If not, now is the perfect time to contact your local Central Valley Ag field sales agronomist. CVA focuses on helping you select the best inputs and services to benefit your operation. Contact your nearest Central Valley Ag for more information. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first.
Hanson Ford is starting off the year with amazing deals during their 2016 Ford sales event. There are a few 2015 models left, including a Ford F-150, a Super Duty Crew Cab, and a Ford Fusion. You'll discover huge Ford rebates on select trucks and SUVs. Take the road by storm with the powerful all-new 2016 F-350s, Explorers, and Fusions. Power, performance, style, and comfort, and savings. Don't miss out on the greatest deals this month at Hanson Ford in Clay Center.
Well, the final in the duel is 42-18. The Tigers open in 4 different weight classes. We'll kind of get you back through how the Tigers wrapped up the evening. Let's look at first in the open weight classes at 106 and 113. It was Tanner McGivney for Abilene at 106, Cole Whitehair at 113. Tigers were also open at 160. Kevin Wilson for the Cowboys in that weight class. And then at the heavyweight, Tigers open and Andy Tope was the Cowboys wrestler there. The losses tonight for the Tigers start with the 120 pounds. Chaz Brandhorst took on state-ranked Trevor Castile. He lost by fall to Castile and Baser, and although he lost 7-2, Benny, he really wrestled a good match. Tigers.
I really thought so. I mean, he had a couple of chances to maybe get a couple more points. He made a couple little mistakes, and it cost him a few points, and but really wrestled good.
And as you said during the match, if you make a mistake, Castile takes advantage. That's why he's 5th ranked in the state at 120. Garrett Brim got out early, 2-0, lightning fast against Cody Lucknow, but then the senior Bradley would end up with a win by fall over the Tigers. Garrett Brim. Keegan Brownell took on Felix Strauss at 132 pounds. Keegan wrestling up to fill in a slot. The Tigers with some injuries outside of just being open at classes through the year. They were open at more tonight because of injury. Peyton Lane and Keegan would lose by fall to Strauss. Peyton Lane was leading and then fell behind and just could not get over the hump. He got so close several times at 138, but Peyton Lane, a 4-2 loss to Dakota Whiteley.
Yeah, really, Peyton, we've seen him a lot sharper, but not to say that he wasn't wrestling that bad. I just think Dakota Whiteley just had a nice, good night for him, and it cost Peyton.
Devin Tipsworth, 220 against Sam Burt. That's a good wrestler for the Cowboys, 25-9 now. And Devin got into the second period, and Burt caught him, and wasn't much chance to fight that off at that point. Burt went by fall. The Tiger wins tonight came with Cameron Osborne got it started. Filling in Jake Wynn's weight class at 145. Noe Lara, sophomore, was his opponent. He was up big, and then a little drama late, but he holds on to win at 7-6. That's a good win for Cameron, who normally wrestles 132.
Really, to step up and do that, and then wrestled a really, really not fine match, and just got caught right there at the end and gave us some points, but in the end, it's a win.
That's right. Hunter Mullen winning, ranked 3rd in the state against 5th-ranked Trey Horner. And he would it was close for about the first period, and then Hunter Mullen got a lead, and before you knew it, he was kind of in control down the stretch of that one.
And he felt very confident. You could tell when he got that little bit of a lead and made some good shots to get those points to be ahead.
At 170 pounds, Ryan Tears is second ranked in the state, and he would win 11-5 over Dawson Whiteley. He seemed to get really close to turning him, and then they got a slip and a couple of reversals. That was about the only points he gave up.
He really did. I thought he got it just a little sloppy, and it cost him 5 points over the long haul. I mean, he gave up an escape, but he gave away 2 reversals that I think that he could have maybe gotten a lot of near fall points out of. But really, all in all, a good match.
Gabe Ware, ranked number 4th in the state at 182, and he beat Bryce Reichman, a win by fall, and Gabe come out and just kind of took care of business, and when he had his opportunity, put his opponent to his back.
Yeah, looked really awesome and looked good tonight.
Gavin Ware, ranked 5th in the state at 195, and he came out and built up a big lead, and then just held his opponent, Jared Christensen, at bay, although Christensen put up a heck of a fight that match, but you could tell it was Gavin Ware's match all the way through.
You're not going to get an Abilene wrestler just give up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sure. And Gavin wrestled really well early, wrestled smart, got quite a few points, and got a nice victory here tonight. That'll help him on down the road, that's for sure.
We're going to take another time out. We'll wrap up here from Abilene when we return after this.
Timing is everything on wheat fertilizer. It can maximize both yield and nutrient use efficiency, thereby increasing net profit for the producer. At Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed, we offer a complete line of fertilizer and herbicides best suited for your fields. Timely control of weeds can limit soil moisture loss to weeds and prevent the deposit of more weed seeds in the soil, 2 factors that can benefit the next crop's yield. Our field specialists Brett, Allen, Darren, Kent, Mike, and Kenny at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed and Feed are here and ready to help you.
Get Pulse Gigabit Internet from Twin Valley and make the whole house happy. Think about all the devices and internet activities in your house on a typical day. They probably add up to a lot more total broadband usage than you even had a year or 2 ago. If your speed is slow, you may be experiencing annoying slowdowns such as video buffering. Twin Valley Pulse can solve your problem. Call Twin Valley to sign up for Pulse Gigabit Internet and get it free for 60 days. Don't wait. Call today.
Union State Bank has a rich heritage of supporting the local FFA chapters and encourages everyone to recognize the passion these young members have for our agriculture industry. FFA enables students to develop their potential through agricultural education and the importance of it in our daily lives. Much like the FFA, Union State Bank also lives to serve, serving their customers and the agriculture's future leaders of our communities. Union State Bank, member FDIC, and equal opportunity housing lender.
Prepare to be amazed at all you'll find at Radio Shack. Their world of electronics seems endless. Digital cameras, iPads, MP3 players, weather radios, GPS, camcorders, prepaid cell phones, laptops, printers, video games, and controllers. Plus, all the components, connectors, and adapters, memory cards, and battery packs you can possibly need for all of your tech gear. It's truly incredible what you'll discover when you stop by Radio Shack inside Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center.
Well, back once again in Abilene. Again, the Tigers with a 42-18 dual loss here tonight, but some good stuff. Those 5 straight wins were fun for the Tigers. 145, 152, 170, 182, 195. Cameron Osborne got it started. Hunter Mullen, Ryan Sears, Gabe Ware, and Gavin Ware all posting wins this evening. The Tigers now go to Silver Lake this weekend, and this is where it gets real serious for teams across the state because regionals are waiting just a couple of weeks from tomorrow.
It sure is, and with a couple of injuries, them guys need to get healthy, get ready to go, and power through the rest of the season because it's for sure it's go time.
And there's some real opportunities for the Tigers in the postseason if they can keep things in order and make that march and make it happen. And that's the time of year they want to make things happen. We'll have coverage, of course, for you from Smoky Valley this year. The regional championships will start on Friday and run through Saturday, and then the state championships, of course, in Salina's Bicentennial Center. Benny, as always, thanks for the road trip.
You bet.
Appreciate the work on the air. Tiger Wrestling, again, we'll have them next up in the regional championships at Smoky Valley live on KCLY. For our studio engineer, Cale Drulo, for Benny Wallace, this is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your Sports Thursday.